We have the lovely Miss Kay Adams here in Eagan, Minnesota today. Thank you so much for making Minnesota part of your big training camp tour. What took so long?
I got to hang out with you today, which made me so happy. There's so much excitement. I've always wanted to make it to Eagan, and it hasn't worked out. But listen, you guys aren't showing me anything with J.J. McCarthy in the preseason, so I had to make my trip here to see the reps he's taking in practice.
Yeah, I mean, your confidence with J.J. McCarthy and for him has been very evident. What made you believe in him early on?
I think I love to hear how other people speak about a young quarterback. And when you have a Case Keenum, when you have some veteran quarterbacks telling me, and even the Adam Thielens, the local boys, saying he's the real deal. And then when I met him, he has aura. There's no question about it. He's a winner. We know he's competitive. He's cerebral. I trust the words of somebody like Aaron Jones, who's been around Aaron Rodgers, and him likening them when we haven't even seen an NFL snap. I know that we don't want to speak too highly of a player who, he's got to earn it. He has a lot of work to do. And it's I think Kevin's done a really good job of sort of being the guy who's in front of the camera and not having JJ do it, so he can focus on the task at hand. And it's a secret you guys are trying to keep, babe, but it's not, nobody's buying it, at least I'm not. I'm really, really excited.
Well, the secret will be out, I guess, in 2.5 weeks, technically.
Also, you have Justin Jefferson. It is hard to not get excited about we saw Nick Mullins, no disrespect to him, Nick Mullins come out and be able to have chemistry with him right away, so I'm really, really excited about hopefully a fast start here despite some injuries.
You were able to talk with Kevin O'Connell and Aaron Jones, and what were some of the points that you took home from those conversations?
I would say from the Kevin side, the secondary. People have questions about the secondary, but he loves Isaiah Rodgers, clearly. Byron Murphy, newly paid. There's a lot to be excited about, and I'm really looking for one of them and them to edge each other for maybe the best corner in the division. I mean that. Somebody's got to take that mantle, and I think that Isaiah Rodgers was a big standout for me as far as talking to Coach, and what a sticky man-on-man guy he can be and what a difference maker he can be. I'd also say the D-line stuck out to me, and I got to hang out with Jonathan Grenard, which I loved, but it was Aaron Jones who I asked about the O-line who brought up the D-line.
Wow,
That's how much they've given him a tough time in his second year here, of course, in Minnesota. So the D-line, they're just destroying people left and right, and I love to hear that because that's going to make the offense work so much better. So it's really, that's where the game's won. It's boring, but it's the consistency of that, and I think that people. What I don't love is you have exciting players on this team, but there are some thoughts that there's like a boring level to consistency, which I've never subscribed to because I've always believed it's the hardest thing to achieve in the National Football League, and Coach has done that.
Well, you mentioned consistency. You see Coach with Wes Phillips as his OC since he was here. Brian Flores heading into his third season, knowing what that can do in this division. Where do you think the Vikings sit as you make your tour around the NFC North right now?
Where do they sit? It's such a good question. I asked everyone, is this team better now? Is this team more special than it was last year? And I think it does come down to big games, right? That's my question. This team would easily take 7 wins and a further playoff berth. We all know that. So do you have the secret sauce? Is it Josh? Is it J.J. McCarthy? Can he do it? I have belief in him to make waves. It's hard for me to say that Detroit is in a worse position. I was there. I don't believe in the departure of their coordinators leading to a level back. They are loaded and talented at every position, but that's what you guys are going for, to go crush their hopes and dreams, and hopefully we can do that. I think there is a little bit of patience. I'm really excited because I'm just a fan. I'm not like in that locker room trying to make it happen. Where do they sit? It's such a good question. Top 5 defense was last year. So I'd like a little top 3 defensive action in this. Why not? And I do. J.J. McCarthy would have had to be a better step at the quarterback than what they had. So things are looking up, and it's your division to go get, but not yours to lose.
Okay, I love the way you said that because it's true. It's one of the toughest divisions in the NFL right now, so it's a bit scary out there, but appreciate your insight on that.
The consistency at some of these, Brian Flores, and I've liked to see this Brian Flores sort of new leaf that we've seen as far as letting players celebrate, letting them be, not being as big of a toughie as that label seemed to hover above him in his previous stops. So I think that's been really helpful. And really, when you have a coach, like the advantage, and I don't know this about Detroit, but the advantage that I know, and Dan Campbell's a different character as well, but the players love Kevin, and Kevin loves the players. And that, I'm not saying that that's unique, but that's sort of what drives this team and hopefully drives them to success.
Hope so. Thank you so much, Kay. Appreciate you stopping by, too.
Appreciate you, too.